In order for somebody who knows us to speak up and refer us, a couple of things have to happen. First off, we have to be somewhat top of mind, meaning if they haven't thought of us in 2 or 3 years, it's just not psychologically going to happen, right? So if they have not heard from us, not seen anything from us in a couple of years, then it probably won't happen, because it just doesn't enter into their state of mind. Because when they have that conversation, there's a good chance that the person's not going to say, do you know somebody? They're just having a conversation about it, right? We want the person who knows us to do more than wait to be asked for a referral. We actually want them to say, oh, do you have somebody that you're working with? Gosh, you really need to work with the person I know, right? You really need to work with Gary, and here's why. So in order for that conversation to go to the next level, where a referring conversation or a word of mouth conversation takes place, is that we have to be top of mind. The other thing is we must constantly work on building confidence and trust. Confidence and trust. Now, why is that important? Well, if we enter into their mind, let's say we've done a good job at least staying in touch, or you're running the campaigns that we share with you guys, and so you're kind of staying in touch. But if you're not building confidence and trust, even though you might enter into their mind when they have that conversation, they may not say anything, because they must trust us and have confidence for them to speak up, to go to that next level and say, you need to work with so-and-so. Now, there's a third principle here, and this is probably the most overlooked one. And it's that we have to make it easy for people who know us to refer us. If it's hard, meaning like they can't remember our name, or we haven't really worked on continuing that sense of confidence and trust, or we just haven't stayed in touch to the point where they feel like, you never want them to think that they took our business for granted, or that we took their business for granted, right? But we must make it easy to refer, because here's another thing that happens, is they might say, oh, you should work with Chris. He's great. Unfortunately, just saying you should work with Chris, he's great, it doesn't communicate the competence that I have. It doesn't communicate the competitive advantage or the advantage that person's going to experience in working with us. And that is, you don't want to leave that to just hoping the client speaks our accolades. I mean, it's great if they can say, oh yeah, they're great. It's much better if they have something that they can say or give them to make it easy to refer. And so the things I'm going to share with you guys today, I've got 3 guerrilla marketing campaigns, but they're organized around this concept of how do I promote referrals taking place? How do I promote that word of mouth? How do I promote that word of click taking place online?